I'm gonna do a staring contest. I'm gonna stare until I want to stop staring. Um, hello, hello. I used to go live on TikTok, but then with all of the ongoing debating and so forth, I just stopped doing that, and well, just to give all this stuff a break. But uh, I am going to speak about propaganda and how propaganda spreads like wildfire, and how propaganda is the fuel that ignites all of this conflict that we have that goes on the political landscape, on the global landscape, or political landscape. But I was watching a video from one of the sites that I follow, and it was Mr. Charlie Kirk, like minutes before the unfortunate fatality occurred. Rest in peace, rest in peace. Prayers for your family, prayers for healing for our country. But when he was speaking on education and the need for no longer having a Department of Education, well, his stats are way off. And I say his stats are way off because his stats, the portion of his stats being off as far as how much more advanced a private school is to public, he's correct on that. That he's correct on. And why is that? Well, that's for a host of reasons, which I will get into. I will swing back to that. When he said that children that are educated in Catholic schools do not go and commit any type of crimes. They don't go and very few of them are ever in, I don't know what words I could say, incarcerated, so add a C to that. Also, the difference of Catholic school education and public school, where there are no rugs, like I said, there's no criminal activity, also starts with another letter, criminal activity, no incarceration. What happened, an example now for a movie that's on, a series. What about the Menendez brothers? A famous filmmaker by the name of Tarantino. Not him. I went to Catholic school, elementary school, Bronx, New York. You could look this up. Two brothers that were in the same school. One was found unalived in a blank, and that was due to OC. The other brother did a bid. Catholic school educated, right? Catholic school educated. That's a fallacy. That's a propaganda fallacy. And that is the propaganda fallacy that is part of the propaganda machine. So now they are, I don't know if it was his widow who did it, but other people have hijacked this now to benefit for fundraising, to further enhance further conflict between us as citizens. What does that solve? It accomplishes zero. So most of the propaganda that is spread and how people say how well these areas there's why are the schools better, because the taxes are better, okay, are higher, okay, so the taxes are higher and the schools are better, okay, so what about the taxes in inner cities that go to developers for all of the developments and all the high-end rents that they have accumulated? So education, without education, we have no foundation for any type of advancement. And this is what the goal is. So if you have limited advancement, you have limited opportunity. And now everyone is going to have limited opportunity. This glare is just bugging me the heck out. Oh my God. And these are brand new eyeglasses, so it's just a glare. At least I could see better. These aren't all scratched up. Oh my God, it's the same frame. I gotta contact this place because at the end of the day, you know what? Hello, it starts with a Z. Zenny? Zenny, allow? Hold on. Allow patients, returning customers who use the same frame to just order new lenses, okay? Because I have about 10 pairs of these. No exaggerate, not 10. I have about, well, I have about 6. Yeah, that's a way to save money for return customers, you know? Pop out the lenses. The lenses, my prescription has not changed, you know? You know? Anyway, the more you know. Hello, hello. I don't say hello. I don't call out names. Hello, hello. Yeah, well, this is where we're at. Unfortunately, well, we have a lot of, well, we have a lot of chaos because if people look back in history, chaotic events, well, chaotic events are events that are man-made and they're manipulated to be chaotic, you know? It's like when, okay, say for instance, you are, I'm gonna use a scenario like this, okay. Um, the telephone game, where someone tells you something and then it gets transcended to like 10 or 12 other people. And so the initial scenario that was said verbatim becomes something else. This is what government does, you know. So, but now, all the backpedaling that they're going to try to do to get our economy back up and running, it's going to be a lot of groveling. I understand that he's meeting with South Korea. Hopefully, they can come to some type of an agreement. Was it South Korea? I don't know. I was watching something, but yeah. So this is all manufactured chaos. All manufactured chaos. If you now, okay, now people say that what happens, oh, I voted, I support because we have to make America great and because the migrants have taken all of the employment, you know, because, you gotta blame us. You gotta blame us people, you know, because, yeah. Um, so now with the loss of, the loss of all the migrants, the billions that have been lost to manufacturing in the agriculture, in the farming industry is a lot. The construction industry, okay? The construction industry in red states where they only hire migrants, okay? Florida right now is on, it needs hydration to survive. It needs like an air mask it needs an infusion, and it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because people are not even visiting the United States anymore. Canadians won't snowbird in America. No, they will not. They will not. They'll go to Europe or they'll go wherever. I mean, people, this is so global and every action has a reaction. So everything that is going on is affecting our entire globe, you know? But when you believe propaganda, propaganda is a powerful, powerful method, powerful conveyor of mayhem. It's like, I'm gonna tell a story. I'm gonna speak about this on a cryptic level because I believe that. Hold on one second. I got my phone on my air conditioner, switch my temperature. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to speak upon this, what I'm going to say cryptically, because I think I might have somebody who's following me online. Uh, someone, this is a scenario. A woman is in a relationship and she doesn't know that the guy has a family, married, has a family. Okay, so early on, she discovers that they're pregnant, thinking that her man, they're going to have a child, right? Well, okay. So then she finds out the truth. She's with child, okay? Then, after all is said and done, and said child is birthed, the relationship continues, and then a couple of years into it, the partner says, well, my spouse knows, and I'm going to move the business, and we're going to head south. I'm going to set you up. I have the business. I'm going to get you a place. Da 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 da. I'm going to pay 6 months, 3 months of rent. Da 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 da. All right. So the woman does this. Her child, she brings her child to school, does everything, right? She goes to get her child. The child has been picked up by the father, which the school met. The father's listed. The child was picked up by the father and the father's spouse. So this individual set her up, right? So I'm just using this as a scenario. People lie. They'll set up scenarios for you to believe, and then you can uproot and change everything about your existence, and then it's all a sham. So this is what the government has done. This is what the government has done, you know, and this is what, all of these people that have been, all of the migrants that have been brought over to these detention centers out of the country, even here, the holding centers, they're making money. They're making money hand over fist. Yes, they are. Excuse me. Yes, they are. And if you don't think so, do your research. See, now that they're in office, what they're doing is they're shutting down access to government websites because they don't want people to see. But we all know, we all see what's happening. I mean, listen, you can go to any knuckle dragging backward community, like in any type of area, say like the Appalachians, or even right up here in New York, Pennsylvania, Maine, California, Arizona. There's places all over. You can recruit a bunch of these people, right? Right? Because that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. And they're all making money. They're all making money. The economy is imploding. The economy is imploding now, people. The economy is imploding. So, like what's that? There was that saying. What was that saying? It's like for like a movie. Honey, I'm selling the farm, or whatever. So, this is real. Oh yeah, and talk about real dyslexia. I thought that was a watermelon. It's actually a strawberry, because the watermelon represents Palestine, but it's the same coloring. So in my eyes, I thought it was a watermelon, but it's a strawberry. Like strawberry fields are ever, strawberry fields. Anyway, but oh my God, I'm getting better. My eyes. Oh my God. Anyway, everybody have a great evening. And if your weekend starts now, well, for a lot of people, every day is their weekend because it's like just, well, I don't know. Some people could live like that. They live in an altered universe. Every day's a party. I guess if you're a chump, every day's a party, right? You're looking at your numbers going up. Yeah, they're gonna need those numbers for legal in the future. You better believe it. Yes, they are. Anyway, everybody, have a good one. I'll be back. And remember, do the right thing by people. I don't ask the questions. You asked me this the other day. You keep coming on my live. I don't know what your intended goal is, but I'm not gonna respond. I said how I felt. It's a horrible thing. Do you listen? Thank you. Anyway, everyone, peace out. Till next time. Remember, do the right thing by people. And when do I stop getting surveilled? Oh my God, the surveillance team. Don't worry, I'm not running for no elected office. I don't have a, let me tell you, politics and a septic tank. They're united, you know? United. Till next time.